Alright guys, hey, and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be going to Area 18, where I'm going to drop off these pods and some of this, what looks like some sort of fruit, and jumping lines, and some Heart of the Woods. Um, the reason I'm doing this is because I have a Banu Merchantman coming, hopefully sooner than later. And what I'm trying to do is stock Area 18, my home spawn point, with a lot of various items and things that I think will be helpful along the way. And I feel like a lot of these will probably be the most helpful thing. I don't know of any in-game use at the moment, but these are items that can be looted, and I'm sure they have some sort of value, probably later on in the game as Star Citizen develops. But for right now, I think I'm going to hang on to a lot of this and see what happens. I think it would be something that I could sell, in one of my shops or both shops in the Merchantman. And I'm also collecting a lot of little things like these little cool looking knives that I find along the way and things like that. Um, Trying to see if I can get like a head up or a leg up on the game rather. When I get the Merchantman, I don't want to be empty-handed. And with it having various shops and various items, I don't know what you can, what you can't sell. Uh, but these are some of the things I'm trying to collect and sell um, on the Banu Merchantman. Some pistols, ammo, possibly some of this food source, and these Decory pods. A spore pod harvested from the Decory. No clue what it is, what it does. It says if it's cooked for a long time, it can be safely digested by humans. So I'm sure in Star Citizen they'll have a way to, it sounds like, cook food potentially in the future of Star Citizen. Um, and this one is the same thing. It says it has a bright red flesh which is filled with tiny white seeds that have a mild nutty taste. The flesh and the seeds are traditionally consumed together. It is hydrating and immune boosting. Interesting. And this is Heart of the Woods. I'm assuming it's like a mushroom. Yeah, it says it's a fungus with fleshy deep red caps. Okay. It contains a mild toxin that is destroyed when cooked, so consuming raw should be avoided. So this is another item that I would think that at some point you can cook or buy to cook something or make something, or maybe make a food that can heal you, or I'm not sure. But let's get going, and we'll go to Area 18 and I'll show you some of the other things that I've gotten. And here we go. I've also been noticing a lot of elevators are buggy. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, like I have. You'll get on them and the platform will go up, but you'll still be somehow standing on a platform. I'm not sure if that's a new thing or if that's common. Grab my Redeemer. Uh, but I guess we'll find out. It'll probably be fixed, I say, in hopefully the coming patch 3.16. Get rid of my chat there. And I always forget Hangar 9. This is a handy little thing. I don't know if you guys have noticed. I always go to retrieve my ship and I just run. I forget where it's at. I always look over here and I'm like, oh, Hangar 9. There you go. So that's a little handy tip there if you guys are like me. You're in a hurry and you're just ready to run. and get to your ship. Let's see. And there's my Redeemer. This has been a good ship, but one of the other things I've noticed, I don't know if you guys have had this problem, is this right, what I've heard it is called is the Nutcracker engine, because it opens and closes. If it gets destroyed, you're not getting that sucker back. You're just not. Another thing is sometimes the M7As that I've had put on the top and bottom turrets, the size 5s, if they get destroyed, they do not come back, and that's a pretty penny. I don't know, maybe I'm just greedy. I just do a character reset. I'm just like, screw it, you know. I'm not going through the whole process of going and trying to buy another cannon, putting it on my ship, spending my money, and you know, I'll just do a character reset, get back some of my pledge items that I've lost when I've gotten killed, plus get my stuff back. You know, there's a cool little fridge. I don't know if you guys have picked up on that yet, but that's really awesome. You can open this, and you can actually grab yourself a drink, and you can drink it. And that comes with the ship. You know, I can have all these, and I can drink them all. But I think for now, I'll just store that. Don't want to be drinking and driving. All right, and let's go up here. But yeah, like I was saying, I've had to do character resets on this Redeemer probably like 3 times because I've lost that engine, and there's just it's just you cannot get it back. I've tried every workaround. I've tried everything that I can to get that engine back, you know, and there's just nothing you can do, honestly. And as much as that sucks, you know, it's just part of it. You're just not going to get it back, and there is instances now where you do get the engine back. Well, I'll say you get the shell of the engine back, but you don't actually get the engine itself. That's one of the things that happened. I got the shell back. I repaired my ship, and I looked and it reappeared, and I was like, oh, awesome. I don't have to do a character reset. Well, when I pulled my ship out of the bay, or the landing pad, and I started to fly like this, you know, the right Nutcracker engine didn't open. It stayed closed. So I was like, well, crap. And, you know, you have to pretty much, if you have the Redeemer and you're faced with that, I know it sucks, but literally the only thing you can do is a character reset. And it does suck. I'll go to Bajing Point. It's a little quicker. But yeah, that's literally all you can do. Character reset. See if I can get around this asteroid. And we're off.
Travel initiated.
And I've upgraded my ship to all military class upgrades. It took a pretty penny, but I've got shields, the oh shoot, what's everything called here? I'll just show you. You know, there's my shield generators. They're all military class, you know, upgrades, and it does help a lot. You can tell the difference. after everything that I've put in the Redeemer, the upgrades and everything, it can take a hit. And it does pretty good. In one of my previous videos, you can see where I had to clear a crime stat, and at one of the security outposts, and this ship, I mean, was just getting bombarded by those turrets at the docking ports, the docking pads, and I mean, I was able to pull in, to land, and take all of that cannon fire. And you know those port cannons, you know, they're not the weakest things in the world. Now, they're definitely not the strongest, but I mean, they'll definitely make you think twice about trying to, you know, go in there if you've got a weaker ship, and it can't take a lot of hits. But I've upgraded this to pretty much the best that you can get for the Redeemer right now, and it's really good. I take it on a lot of bounties. I've made some pretty good money on bounties with this ship. But let me know what you all think if you have the Redeemer. You know, I really like it. I don't know, you know, that I would trade it in. I've done a lot of trading in ships, and just to kind of get to what I think is the next best ship that you can get. But with the Redeemer, I feel like I've done really good with this ship. You know, it's just one that I feel like it's all around decent ship. Even the pilot weapons, I feel like could be better. I think it comes with 2 size 3 and 2 size 4. But I put I think the M5A and M6A as my primary weapons for the pilot, and the M5A and M6A you can see there, and it does decent. I mean, I wouldn't. I'm not the best pilot in the world. I'm decent, but I myself, I don't think I would go up against a good pilot in player versus player myself in the Redeemer. Now, if I had a gunner up in the top or bottom turret all day long, especially 2, if I had 2 gunners, this thing is pretty mean. I mean, the Redeemer is an awesome ship. The Redeemer is an amazing ship when you have a crew. I mean, holy cow. It has done really good, really good ship. Like I said, with a full crew, I mean, you can't beat it. I'm sure there's people that would disagree, you know, and hey, if you do, let me know in the comments what you don't like about the Redeemer, what you do like. If you just completely disagree with me, tell me why. But yeah, I'd like to know your opinion on it. Let me go ahead and get the comms up. Scroll all the way to the bottom. And it's a decent, you know, it's definitely not the most agile ship. I mean, you can look at my roll here. It takes a minute to roll side to side. The barrel rolls and such. But like I said, doing bounties though, it's not bad at all. I've never had an issue with bounties in this ship whatsoever, even solo. Granted though, I've gotten up to the VHRT, the very high risk targets. For some reason I can't get the ERTs. Don't know why. But it might be because I've had to do, I'm sure, the character resets because of the issues I've had. So probably a big reason is the character resets. I know that kind of takes you back. You kind of have to work up. just a little bit. I don't think you have to work all the way back up to where you were, but I did notice when I came back after character reset that I definitely didn't have to do as much work as I did, you know? So
Landing gear deployed.
uh, that's definitely a plus there. And I'm upside down. Let's see here. That's one of the things, speaking of, that I've noticed and I love about Star Citizen is it is amazing when it comes to, the shadowing, just the finer, what seems like the finer details of, and I'm still upside down. The finer details in this game, they've really done a good job with the details. I'm impressed. Like the light coming through right now, you can see it, coming in my ship, the graphics. I mean, it's really, I think it's really good. On some of the NPCs, just, being bored and looking around and things like that. I've noticed they have their skin, they have blood veins, stuff like that. It's like little details that you really, I guess, wouldn't quite notice. They've added in there, things like that. We'll land this sucker. Alright. Go ahead and open my back door there.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Another thing I've noticed, it hasn't happened recently, but when you go to, well, it's not offering me to refuel or anything. This has happened a couple times. I don't know why. It won't give me the option to get quantum or hydrogen or repair or restock or anything. I don't really need to repair or restock, but the fuel, it's done that before. For some reason, it's not offered me fuel. But what I was going to say, one of the things that I've noticed is if you go ahead and refuel when you land and repair, restock, all that good stuff, if you run out of your ship and go in and store it, it will make you file a claim when you try to come back. I've had that happen a few times. So now, I try not to repair, refuel, or anything like that, unless I'm leaving, right immediately after I land, where I'm not going to be gone very long, and my ship's not going to get thrown into storage. But that's been one of the issues I've encountered. But I'm relatively a new player to Star Citizen. I've been playing now for just a couple months, but I've heard that it was really buggy in some of the previous patches, and this is actually the more stable patch that Star Citizen has released. So I'm glad I got a hold of Star Citizen. When I did, I didn't really experience some of the more buggy aspect or side of Star Citizen myself. Now, definitely, I've experienced some bugs. Bounties not loading, getting stuck in elevators. I fell off a train in Area 18. Well, I didn't really fall off. I seen the door didn't close, and I decided to test it. I was like, hey, I wonder if I could jump off, land on this building. Well, I definitely jumped off, and I did not land on a building. I just fell and died. That one wasn't the greatest idea I've ever had, so there you go with that. And here we are. I said I was going to go to Area 18, but Bajini Point is connected to Area 18. I don't know if it's going to stay that way, if it's just the way it is right now. But a lot of things. Here's a lot of things I've collected over time. that I want to try to keep and potentially sell on my merchantman. Some items that I've gathered, you know, over a long period of time of just kind of doing looting and different missions I've been on and things like that. Some of this stuff I can't sell, like these are pledge items. Some of these are, and I'm obviously not going to sell that, or probably be able to. I don't even know what you can sell. I'm just speculating at this point. Clothes and stuff like that. I don't have any food utility commodities. No. One of the things that I found that I was really curious about was the comp board. I found a bunch of these, and I thought, you know, they have a reason. They're in the game for a reason. Why? I do not know. You know, that might be one of the things that I can sell later, and it might be something that is worth something, or has some added value later on in Star Citizen as the game develops a little further. That was one of the things, like I said, there's little things in this game that you find that you're like, what in the world is this? Like, what is this for? Oh, and this is one. Right here. Poop. Dung. Ranta dung. What is a ranta? I don't know. But I know what dung is, and it baffles me what I'm going to be able to do with that. But one of the things that, like I said, I was just kind of noticing was it has a value, I'm sure, and this is not going where I want it. Okay. And I want to find out what the value of some of these things are. You know, I might come back to Star Citizen when my merchantman is available and flyable, and try to sell some of this stuff. And it might be worth a lot. It might not be worth anything. You know, if Star Citizen later develops the ability to cook or make food or make poison, I don't know what you could do with poison. You can't force feed people, you know, shove a poison mushroom in their mouth. But, you know, I'm just, you never know. You really never know. And this is a Prota, a resilient slime mold that can form in extremely corrosive environments. And it says pressure, extremely corrosive environments and pressure. Prota secretes a strong adhesive that can be distilled into commercial glue. So there's another thing that you can do. I don't know if this is something you can already do. I don't think so. But if it is, I mean, we don't have a use for glue. Not right now. So I guess it's another thing. You know, we'll find out eventually what good glue is. And hey, I wonder if I could buy beer, you know, at like a wholesale price or whatever, and then sell it at resale on my ship. That'd be pretty cool. You know, invite people up, you know, give them a beer. You know, hey, welcome, come aboard my merchantman, and, you know, get a little tipsy and buy a bunch of stuff from me. Hey, that'd be okay with me. You know, offload a bunch of this stuff here. And luckily, I didn't get a huge backpack on this looting mission when I went to Kyria. I went to clear a crime stat, and actually I accidentally got the crime stat because I was taking out a bounty on a player, and the player happened to be on Aberdeen, where the prison is, and he was within, you know, the prison's boundaries. So when I went to kill the player, I got a crime stat because I was trespassing. So that might be something, you know, Star Citizen, CIG, or whoever might want to take a look at, and maybe give you immunity if you take out bounties and you happen, while on a player bounty, cross into a restricted area. You know, maybe not give you a crime stat for killing somebody in a restricted area. But it was an easy fix. And anyhow, that's how I ended up on Korea. to clear a crime stat and got all of this extra stuff. I thought, well, while I'm there, I might as well loot. But well, this is going to be the end of my video, and thank you guys for watching. And if you have any other questions or ideas or things you want to see, just let me know and put them in the comments. Thanks. Bye.